In a distant realm where the fabric of reality is as fluid as the thoughts of its inhabitants, there existed a curious religion centered around the worship of a being known as the void entity. The adherents believed that from the absence of existence came the potential for all creation, and that by embracing the nothingness, one could unlock the mysteries of the universe. Their temple was a place both fascinating and unsettling, with architecture that seemed to defy the laws of physics, casting shadows where light should not reach and glowing where darkness should prevail. At the center of this enigmatic sanctuary sat the embodiment of their faith, the void entity. Its form, an amalgamation of otherworldly limbs and eyes, was perched upon a throne that seemed neither solid nor entirely there. Before the deity stood a solitary devotee, dressed in a coat that whispered of the void's I² beta negation beta's embrace. They, like many before them, sought communion with the infinite nothingness. Their hand reached up, adjusting the symbol that hung around their neck as they prepared to voice their entreaty. Rituals and ceremonies often involved offerings of objects or ideas that represented attachment or identity, which would be cast into the ethereal form of the void entity, seemingly consumed by its insatiable emptiness. In return, the worshipper often left with a sense of profound emptiness themselves, which they believed was the true clarity of existence. But today's service was different. As the devotee stood before the deity, they offered not an object, but a question, a curiosity that burned brighter than the fears that usually clung to those who visited the temple. Then, gradually, the void entity stirred. The worshippers in attendance held their breaths as they awaited the response, an event rarer than the blossoming of the sacred night-blooming flower that grew in the temple's gardens. I am the space between stars, between thoughts, between moments. They turned to leave, their soul a little lighter, their mind a lot clearer, and their heart at peace with the paradox of emptiness. The worshippers murmured quietly amongst themselves, the philosophical impact of the void entity's words affecting each in their unique way. The temple returned to its usual solemn stillness, the presence of the deity as constant as the absence it represented. And so, the cycle of learning, praying, and embracing the void continued, ever spiraling into the depths of the unknowable.